So this is Sky token on darkcrypto.finance. Its exchange is Finance. You'll see at the top there. Based on our action yesterday, I was guessing we might see some cool off, but it still hasn't happened. This is a 4 hour chart now, so you're seeing 4 hour candles. If we look at the daily, it's pretty much a straight upshot at the moment. I presume this is more of our ecosystem gaining attention, and I presume there's a news narrative there too. I haven't actually checked, to be honest, to see what's specifically going on with the ecosystem, but it seems we're on a really hot run at the moment. Probably not a good time to be jumping in. It seems like it would be due some downside, but again, all depends on the narrative at the moment. What's going on with Sky, I'll have to check in on that a bit more. I do know that the platform has announced the Darkness Finance extension, that Darkness US dollar stablecoin swap platform. So I presume the Sky share and dark crypto finance in general is benefiting from that, because I know they've had mainstream attention anyway. So if they're doing things with a stablecoin swap as well, that's working. And then there's this algorithmic token, backed or pegged to CRO. That's all very exciting and interesting stuff. So I presume that's what's pushing the price action here and the narrative again. Again, unless you're long term and you plan to stay there, I would say probably not the hottest time to be jumping in. So we're up at a high at the moment of 1290. I should say $1,290. And just on the daily, we've come up from 1230 alone. We've had some small negative sell volume over the course of days, but generally now for the last, I suppose, what is it, 2 weeks or 10 days at least, 12 days, we've seen some continued upside, and it's a very, very large percentage, I would guess, looking at it. Yeah, so we've got 150% over the last 12 days. So that's a very, very hot streak. As you can see below, I know it's only a 4 hour and a brand new token, so the MACD isn't incredibly useful. It can be kind of erratic, but you can see we're really hot in it at the moment. We haven't seen any volume or indication like that in the MACD yet. So it's probably an initial kind of news narrative popularity run, bit of a breakout there for Sky. So obviously a shaky time. If it sees continued support on the upside, getting through that $1,300 barrier is probably another positive move for it. We could see it continue to rise, but at the moment, obviously, just another one to be careful. We could see another one of these cool offs like we did here back at the 2nd of March, where it moved down again by 50%, 42% anyway, roughly over 4 days. That's all. So you could see another cool off like that if somebody just decided to jump in now. And obviously, the overall test range is quite large, like, because we're so new here and we don't know how many large whales there are in there. We need some more on-chain data for that. You can see we've had some massive volume days. I suppose it's not the biggest platform already, and the market caps and the volume over 24 hours, all of those things are relatively small compared to some of our more successful platforms in the ecosystem. So potential for upside, that's a bit of hopium, but of course not financial advice. Be careful with that if you were thinking of jumping in at the moment. It's extremely, extremely hot. So at the moment, that's it for Sky Token on March the 19th.